But I don't even know what time it is. I do this like every day where I wake up, get started with my morning, and then like sit down and realize that I never even checked the time, even though I've like been on my phone and stuff. Shut the door, please. I have a school assignment due today. It was a very annoying paper, which I'm about 70% done with. Probably not 11. Stop, don't wake her up. These two weens are the worst about waking the kids up. They like to just like crawl on top of them and try and lay on them and lick them when they're sleeping. Like, come on. She had a rough night, Aura. She had a rough night, Aura. Yeah, so I started a second baby blanket for this baby because I found like really super soft yarn that I was dying to use, and it's like perfect for a baby blanket. And I started it like a week ago almost, probably. And then last night I was over halfway done with it and realized that I'm just gonna have to scrap it because for some reason my edges got all messed up. Like it started to get skinnier and skinnier for some random reason, even though I was doing the same thing. So like the bottom row that I did was way bigger than all the rest of the rows were, and there was no way that I could fix it and make it look straight and even again. So I decided that I was gonna have to scrap it and start over. And then I was like, well, I wonder if I could find a little bit of a cuter pattern or design to do. Because that one was just very simple, like straight across lines. And I was on Pinterest for a while and I saw a bunch of cute ones, but some of them were just too complicated to do with like that thick of yarn. That thick yarn is really... Anyways, yeah, that yarn is really thick, so it's hard to do like intricate stuff with it. Because I saw like this really cute like rainbow patch pattern that I'd love to do at some point. But I did find one that was easy enough but cute. And it's like diagonal color blocks, if that makes any sense, but then I would add a border to it. And then the other one that I saw that I really liked that I would have loved to make was a gingham. I think that's how you say it. It's like the plaid type style where it's like the squares, 3 different colors. It kind of looks like it blends together. If you know what gingham is, you know what I'm talking about. That just sounds like a funny word to say. And it was so cute. But once again, that thick yarn is harder to work with than like medium-sized yarn, and it had a lot of color stitches because like it was a bunch of individual little squares. There was only 3 colors in the whole blanket, but you're constantly switching between those 3 colors for each little square, and it looked adorable, and I thought it would be perfect for Christmas baby blanket because, you know, gingham is pretty popular around Christmas time, but that's just too much. Maybe I could make like a lovey with that pattern since it's a lot smaller. I just wouldn't know what to put on the top of a lovey because, you know, loveys are usually like a little animal, and I wouldn't know what animal would go with gingham. Like maybe a bear with gingham could be cute. But I don't know why I'm just sitting here ranting to you guys about crochet. But one more point about crochet. Well, technically 2. I have a really special idea that I kind of came up with that I want to make for the kids because I was scrolling through Pinterest crochet ideas, just trying to find some more ideas for stuff that I could make. And like I was even looking to like crocheting decor items because it's cheaper than having to buy a bunch of decor items, so it would be cool if there were some things that I could crochet instead. That would be cool and cute to decorate with. And I saw these alphabet letters And they were technically like big pillow-like alphabet letters. And I was like, oh, that is so cute. But their names are too long to do that. If they had like a 3-4 letter name, cool. But they both have 6-letter names, so no. Not making 12 giant letters. And then I saw smaller ones, and it got me thinking, what if I made like a blanket or something with their names crocheted into it, like with crochet letters. Or like even a rug. Like I was thinking it'd be cute to have like a little rug to put by each of their beds since they'll be sharing a room. So it would be like a little mat, little rug by their beds with their own names. And like I'm still not totally set on which route I would want to take it. If I would like, I was thinking a rug or like a throw pillow. Like I saw like these heart-shaped pillows that I could make and then sew the letters onto. Or I was thinking like not necessarily a throw blanket, but kind of just like a mini blanket that could just kind of be thrown over the foot of their bed with their name on it, if that makes sense. Like just like a banner in a way. Let me see what you got dressed in. She says, I already got dressed to go to the park. She got mad at me when I suggested she wear the pants that I bought to go with that shirt. She thought it was outrageous that I told her to get her red pants. So she's wearing a heart shirt and floral pants. Begging to go to the park. Ow. So I wanted to like let them both pick out a couple colors for me to make their letters with. So, good morning. What?
She said not no. She said that. Do you want to go to the park, Ashley?
Don't. No, I said no.
And I want to go to
It's
the park.
too hot, London. You gotta wait for it to cool down a little bit.
No.
I crocheted 2 little sea turtles for people that requested them that I gotta mail out, but it's Labor Day weekend, so it's kind of been hard. So I got this one. It's like a pretty teal and blue, and then this one I did with the fluffy yarn, and it's super cute. I love them. So yeah, I gotta drop. I don't really have to drop them off because I can put them in the mailbox, but I need to, now that I finally figured out getting the printer here working, I need to figure out printing labels for those because it's a lot easier than me having to go to the post office. Doing anything with these kids is a nightmare. And I also need to go to Walmart at some point because first of all, like I said, I don't want to let them pick their yarn. Second of all, we need milk. Our mom was out of coffee pods.
Mom, I'm thirsty. I want sweet tea. Mommy! Wait. Me.
They get so excited to be around her sometimes, most of the time. And she is like over them, but not that she just like ignores them and gives them attitude.
Mommy.
What? What about Barbie? A Barbie movie? I love Barbie, dude. What do you want then? You want Charlie? How are you gonna turn down the new Barbie movie? She never gets excited about things that you would expect her to get excited about. So yeah, I gotta get stuff done today. But first things first, I gotta finish that school assignment so that I don't forget about it or run out of time to do it. Because it's due by midnight today, I think. So I want to start that new crochet pattern, undo the other one, but I like have to give myself this rule that I can't start something like that until my responsibilities for the day are done, and the responsibility for the day being I need to get this paper finished first. That way I can peacefully crochet without knowing that I have a deadline coming that I'm gonna have to stop myself from crocheting to start on it at some point. So it's just easier if I get it done first, and then hopefully find the time to go to Walmart today. Not sure, because I do have someone that's talking about coming down today to meet with the puppies to hopefully take one home. So I kind of gotta figure out if and when that person will be coming so that I can plan going to Walmart around that. Alright, so this is the blanket that I was doing. But like you can see it's all wonky. Like it's literally at an angle. The edges are so uneven. I don't know how this happened. But I seriously, like, I love how these feel. But this is the pattern that I'm gonna follow this time instead to make. But obviously in the colors that I have. And then, like I said, I think I want to add like a pretty border around it in white instead of just leaving it whatever. So now I got to undo all my work. Ugh. This is hard to do with one hand.
So, guys,
You will not sit in the cart without screaming for the entire store to hear. I can't carry and push a cart and get stuff. Pick colors. Pick some of the little ones. Pick like 2
for what?
for your letters.
I'm trying you one. Hey, it says 2. I'm gonna get blue. I got these 2. I want
What color do you want?
pink. Pick rainbow. Pink. She picked it. Those 2. Those 2.
Look at this rainbow.
Yep. Now what else can she get?
Keep it in the cart, please. That was so much fun. So, yeah, I got some food stuff, milk, couple meats, just some random stuff, couple snacks. In a second, I got some underwear because I really needed just some random cheap comfy underwear because all of mine is like uncomfortable thongs or it's too small, and I got this random shirt because these are really soft and flowy. I got some children's Vicks and this honey throat spray because Ashlyn's still getting over a cold. I need to look into this further just to make sure it's safe, but from what I see, it's all just like honey and natural stuff. It doesn't have any actual medicine in it. Honey, water, citric acid, zinc, benzoic acid, natural flavors. Needed some more conditioner. This was the best thing that I could find. I've never used this brand's one. And then I got this Shea Moisture Baby Nighttime Hair and Body Oil. This is a new line from Shea Moisture, and I got this for me because I really wanted like a nice a nice belly oil to rub on to my belly as I grow, because I just don't really like lotion on my stomach. I feel like it doesn't do enough. And that was like the best thing I could find without going back to the whole other section, because I kind of forgot about it and then I walked away from the personal care place, and then Ashlyn kept screaming, and so I just continued on trying to hurry up, and went to the baby section next and saw this, and I was like, hey, maybe it'll work. And Christopher's family invited us over for Labor Day cookout tomorrow. And then, yeah, I got some yarns. I got some yellow and this orange because a friend of mine was requesting a duck. And I didn't have, I mean, I had yellow, I think, but not like a pretty, like, light yellow. It's a lot lighter in person. On camera, it's kind of showing up a little neon, but in person, it's like a baby yellow. And the yellow I have is like almost orange. I needed a bigger sized hook. This is an 8. They didn't have a 9, which I think is what I needed, but the tin looked too big, so I went with an 8. I've been using like, I don't even know, like a 5 or a 6 maybe. The hook I've been using for my thick yarn is too small, so. And then I let the kids pick out their own colors for that thing I was talking about. So London picked this little one. Wait, no, this is Ashlyn's actually. Ashlyn picked this one. It's not like, I was gonna let them pick like 2 solid colors and I would alternate them, but they liked these better, so they're like ombre-ish. I don't really know how you would consider these. And then London picked this one, said that it was mermaid colors. So the letters will be made out of those colors, and then the rest of it will probably just be white. And I just realized I forgot one of the main things I needed, which was coffee pods. I just find it so frustrating that this move has brought out
Mommy,
the
you can
worst
have your popcorn back.
in everyone. Thanks so much. Yeah, I really am so thankful that you gave me my empty popcorn bag.
Yeah, I ate it all. Now you don't have anything to eat, Mommy. Don't have anything in there to eat.
This whole move is just like somehow brought out the worst in everyone, and I cannot wait to finally be able to move, which is hopefully very soon. And I really hope that I can like smoothly transition everyone into being back on a routine, and hopefully that helps, because I know not having a routine has affected a lot and it's made things a lot harder, which sucks, but there wasn't really anything I can do about it. It's impossible to keep them on a routine when you're confined to one bedroom. No, they're too small.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not. I think they grow.
Because we've had all these issues with Cleo, with her jumping the fence and getting into the trash, and I got the police called on me over that. She never did that. At our house, she never tore anything up. She never got out of the fence. She never got into trash. She did none of that. She was a good, well-behaved dog. Nike and Aura, we had no problems with Nike and Aura at our house. They listened. They didn't tear things up. They got along with the cats fine, but since being here, they bark at the cats all the time. Even though they literally lived with the cats, no problem. They all loved each other. They all got along. Both of the cats were 100% inside cats and stayed inside just fine. Were normal cats, and here they get out constantly and don't like the dogs anymore, apparently. Well, Olive not so much, but Arlo like hates the dogs now, and I have a feeling it might have something to do with whenever he's getting out and spending like days and weeks at a time stuck like outside lost, because he always gets let outside, and he's probably had some bad run-ins with other animals that's kind of like pissed him off, I guess. But The dogs and the cats just don't get along like they used to. The kids don't behave like they used to. They're not on a routine. And I know a lot of it has to do with like all of the stress. I'm in like the most stressful situations and in the worst spot with my mental health right now because of this move, and I know it like rubs off on the people around me, especially the kids. Like they can feel those energies. But as much as I would love to be less stressed out, like I can't just not be stressed because there's so much for me to be stressed about and not anything to fix it yet. So like just my mental health and my stress rubbing off on the kids, and the kids being super duper difficult. Like they were never this hard in public. Like sure they had their moments, like sure they had like a tantrum here and there whenever we would go in public, but it literally was like here and there. Like it was not anything like what it's been lately, where they literally fuss and whine the whole time. Ashlyn screams the whole time in every single store for weeks. They were never like that when we had our house in Ohio. They knew how to behave in public, and they were good in public 95-ish% of the time. Like everyone has just, excuse you, just the worst has been brought out in everyone since being here, and it sucks. And I'm getting comments from my grandma about, oh, you have no control over your pets or your kids and they're so destructive, this and that. But she doesn't realize that this is not them. This is what they have become because of the circumstances that we've had to put up with for the past 6 months. And they're confused. They know I'm stressed, and it's causing them to act out because they're young. They don't know any other way to cope. And it's really unfair for people to judge them based off of that. Like, their entire lives were turned upside down. They're so confused with their dad being gone most of the time. They don't know how to communicate most things. So it's just really frustrating for me when people make comments about my kids when they don't know the real them, because the real them was how they were in Ohio, and no family visited. No family like saw them unless we came here, and we came here once or twice a year at least. That was the only time family saw them. So you don't know the real them. You know the them that they have become because of their lives being turned upside down and being thrown for a loop. So obviously they're not going to be the most perfectly well-behaved children. So you can't just sit here and judge them. It is almost 4:30, so hopefully I can get this stuff in and chillax for a second to recoup before I have to cook dinner.